This is me. My name is Jaka Senekovič, and today I will present to you my company, Office of Digital Engineering. Our main or overall service is the digitalization of the construction site industry in all phases: design, construction, and facility management. This is me. Now I am at OD for more than 3 years. There I'm responsible for the BIM management or BIM project management on the side of the clients. Then the BIM overall coordination. Before I was in Slovenia by a designer company. There I was overall coordinator and BIM modeler for infrastructure projects. This is my team. We are mostly BIM managers. Like I said, our main goal is BIM project management on the side of the clients. We also have 2 innovation managers. They are responsible for the development of AI in the construction industry. We are also a part of Building Smart International and Building Smart Austria. Our headquarters is in Vienna, and we now opened a branch office in Ljubljana. The reason is because Slovenia wants to have all projects in BIM since 2025, but yeah, like Jure said, hopefully it will happen. We are preparing ourselves. These are our clients. Like Jure already told you, we are also working with them. This is how we know each other. From 2DK, my company has the overall coordination on the side of the contractors, Collector and Yapi Marchesi. And then there we are implementing BIM on their side. Then we are also doing work for the ÖBB, Asfinag and Wiener Linien. These are the largest rail infrastructure companies in Austria. For them, we are mostly doing BIM project management, BIM development, and BIM consulting. We also consult in facility management, reorganize, and also implementation of the facility management clients. These are our projects. There you have the QR code. You can scan it and maybe read more about the project on our website. Now I come to the standardization of BIM by the client. First, we have the analyzing data storage and system interfaces, then overall definition of objectives, why BIM, and then the definition of guidelines and standards. First, the analyzing of data storage and system interfaces. Firstly, most of them, all of those companies have already a CDI, mostly self-developed. They have already defined for how long a file should be stored, for example, 3 years till end of the project, or until further notice, and then the files are deleted. And they also have the definition of user roles defined, what someone can do. Maybe a fun fact is the hardest part is to correctly categorize the document. When you import the document onto their CDI, you get a list, and you have to write with manually what this document withholds. And a lot of people have already quit the job because the people with a diploma have to do this. That story. Maybe it's like this. Then the facility management. Like by the common data environment, most of them have their own developed facility management. Here I make a sketch, and I think you already prepared you for this. It is an IFC file with the right data. The element has the right data, and then this data is then imported or automatically connected to an Excel template and then imported in the database. This is the workflow right now, but there are already software solutions for the facility management where you can import an IFC file to the plan, and it also works good. Then the third thing is the connection to GIS. IFC has a good, or openBIM has a good connection BIM to GIS. You can import already a IFC file into a GIS software. You see here under, this is, for example, this is a software solution from OBB, the bridge down there. And for example, Wiener Linien, they use ArcGIS Pro. But the license is payable, that's why they also use QGIS. And for QGIS, you have to make an adjustment to the IFC. You have to create a CTGLML file, and then you can import it into 2D into QGIS. Then the next thing is overall definition of objectives. In Austria, the first objective was facility management. Then the second one, or also the important one, was designer supervision, and then supervision during construction. This is a still going process, or the use cases have been defined, but not a lot of projects were constructed. Here an example from the project I'm on. This is a tunnel now being built in Angat. This is Austria, Tyrol. For example, this model, this tunnel model is a container for information. You see, they already defined the data structure and which files they want to connect, which project documentation they want to connect with the model. And yeah, for example, there is daily shift reports, photos, also empty files, because they will be filled when the project is finished, and then product data sheets. And yeah, this was the first use case. Then the second use case is, for me, the most important one. This is the BIM coordination. You have to check the quality and to assure the quality of the models. That then, yeah, the model can also be used for example, facility management, 5D. And this works like this. Most companies have the solution Solibri. They have also predefined rules. You import a model into Solibri, and then you get, and then you execute the checking, and then you get an report. You can communicate with the planner with model base, with BCF, and with the client with PDF or with a Power BI report. And yeah, this is really good, the proofing tools, because we get every 3 days before the BIM coordination those models, and then we have 3 days time to check the models, and it works. It's also for the largest project, we have enough time to check the model detailing. Then the use case, supervision during construction, documentation, quality assurance. This was one school in Vienna under construction. We have compared the model to what was constructed on the construction site. We have they were made point cloud scans and compared with the model. For example, for concrete works, the scans were done every month, and then the model was adjusted, and this was a good approach. But then for the installations, when the pipe compartments close too fast, they close every day or every week, and we made those scans once per week, and a lot of data was lost, and was not a good practice, and it won't be used again. Then the definition of guidelines and standards. The most important document in Austria is the employer information requirements. This document is an attachment to the project documentation, to the classic project documentation, and the chapters in this document are mostly about how the client wants that BIM is implemented in their project. Then the BIM execution plan is a more detailed definition of the employer's information requirements from the designer and the contractor. And then also what is also a good thing is the database BIMQ. almost all the clients have this database. This is a database for attributes and properties. For example, you have a wall. In this database are defined all the attributes for the wall. You choose the right use cases and you get the right properties for this project. Then you can export a template of these properties and import it into, for example, Revit. And then you can also export a proofing tool and import it into Solibri. Then you can self-check if your model has the correct data. And yeah, this was now how the implementation BIM is working or was done in Austria, and now I go to the project we are mostly proud of, that we were a part of, and this is Brze. This is a semi-automatic review for the build permit. Why a semi-automatic review? Vienna has more than 13,000 applications per year. The applications are growing every month, every year, and the complexity is also growing of the applications. We have developed three models were developed. Firstly is the architecture model, then there is the boundary line or parcel line model, like you see there, RIM, and then the system information model, and this is the model for the what is on the parcel, what can be built there, and so on. And then how AI was implemented in this project is that the documents were uploaded and it classified the documents. Also, it went into the documents and classified the text because a lot of documents were also handwritten, and it searched for the text and digitalized it. Then augmented reality was integrated like this, that the architecture model was placed in the real space, and then with various apps, also with handies and so, and also a notification was sent to the reference and to neighbors that they saw how this building is colliding with them and so on. Yeah. And then how BIM was implemented, this was our part from ODE. We developed and programmed over 3,000 checking rules for this project, and it works like this. You have a BIM model, or the designer plans creates a model, and he uploads this model onto a web page. Then the check is executed, and the planner sees how far he is from the permit, from that he gets a good model, and he can do this the whole time until his model is okay. And yeah, like you see here, there are examples of rules, natural lighting rules, escape route analysis, and then also classification of the static elements. And here are those 13 projects. There were 13 pilot projects in this project. The pilot project phase was finished last year, and in this year or in 2025, the next phase will begin. There are already 2 projects, but now it's already possible in Vienna to get apply for a build permit with a model, but sadly you have to create the classic project documentation.
But models be transferred for facility management further once you finish the project?
Those models?
Yes.
I will say I don't know, because this is just for the build permit, and maybe I don't know who is the owner of the models, but sure, when the models are okay, then they would use it for the facility management. And this is it. Thank you.